Hi guys. As we know, the religion of peace has always been known for its cultural, mechanical, scientific, medical and philosophical innovations. Not really, has it? No, not really. I mean, in a certain holy book, right back in 627, just after 627 AD, it records how they were dealing white European slaves were particularly valuable, especially those young white enslaved girls, yes, who were very valuable to be sold to old weirdos. Yes, they were incredibly valuable, as were white women generally. As we know, ISIS, if you look at recent news, ISIS themselves take particular value if a girl's got blue eyes or green eyes. They see them as being most valuable, most acquirable, especially when they're buying them or capturing them and they kill the parents, and they take them as their wives. Yes, there are these 7 or 8 or maybe 9 if they're lucky, but yes, they take them as their wives. Well, these marvellous cultural practices are not alone, as well as the slave dealing, the cutting the genitals off, all the genitals off about 50 million slaves, mainly Africans, mainly Negro guys. This only stopped towards the end of the slave trade when Britain was involved and America was involved. Hence, otherwise there'd be no black folk living in America because, as we know, they all released slaves. And before this period, before that last 150 years or so, they were fully castrated. This information is freely available from black sources in Detroit and other black areas in America and in African sources, but it's been nicely kept quiet by good old Google. Yes, good old Google. That if you Google who were the first to be slavers, who were the first to run the slave trade, it just skips like 1500 years and jumps to the slave trade with the Americas, that makes all the white people and all the Westerners look total twats. Well, yes, some of them certainly were total twats. I mean, slaves were passed through mainly from Bristol and later much more popularly from Liverpool on the west coast, northwest coast. Just a few years ago, I recall they found some ancient rusty shackles still in the basement of the Albert Dock, which are now luxury apartments. But, you know, they're weird cultural innovations, they're weird technological innovations. Don't stop there, unfortunately. Yes, sadly, today, all over the world, in Europe, in America and Canada and England, even in Bradford and Luton and London, they're doing a practice called FGM. Google it, Google FGM images, hashtag FGM. You will see what they've been doing and are doing to millions and millions of our little girls. And the weirdest part about it is they take their kids for this. It's horrendous. This involves duping a little girl, millions of little girls, into going to receive their, quote, gift. Oh, you're going to be a woman today, you're going to get your gift. Oh, what am I getting? A bag of sweets, mummy? Chocolate? No, what you're getting is you're going to be held down by your uncles or by strangers. You're going to have your legs pulled apart and you're going to have your clitoris dug out with razor blades and knives. Furthermore, the labia, the normal side lips that every woman has, to help, I think it's help sensitivity and give extra pleasure to the man and to help ward off germs and what have you. Oh yeah, these are sliced off like bacon rind with old-fashioned Gillette razor blades. You can imagine the pain. The screams are horrendous. And this is being done in London and Luton and Toronto and New York, all over the place. So, now when they start telling you about this being a religion of peace, the perfect Sharia, the perfect system for all mankind. Well, the perfect system when they send all the non-believers to death camps, which is probably what they'll do in the future, as the Nazis did to the Jews. Where do you think Adolf Hitler got half of his ideas from? He clearly stated that the only leader he respected was Old Mo. Yes, the only one, Old Mo. And he got his Holocaust idea from the Turkish, who in 1915 wiped out 1.5 to 2 million Christian Armenians. These were innovative, people living in separately in their own villages. And why were they killed? What heinous crime had these Christian Turks done? What terrible deed had they done? They were killed through paranoia. Through paranoia, just like their old prophet was totally paranoid. And they machine gun people, and they chopped the heads off kids and women and men. If you Google the Armenian massacre and put in images, you will see, even today, I've got them on my computer I think, you will see lines of about 300 beheaded Christians, Christian Armenians, old-fashioned Christians like the Yazidis, and you will see stacks of human heads beside them, and they're posing proudly at these executed kuffar. And this is a fact. Google it, have a look for yourself. And it's actually illegal in Turkey to even mention this. So these are some of the innovations that this religion of peace has brought to humanity. Yes, so we've got the old invasions, genocide at every village, the trenches dug to throw the bodies in by Old Mo. Old Mo, he loved it. He loved his knives and his swords, did Old Mo. Yes, and then after that we've got 1450 years of genital mutilation, male full castration, dragging off children and women from their villages, stealing their houses and living in them, or selling them on, stealing the Catholic churches, the Christian churches, the Christian golds, raping the nuns, taking the whole of the Middle East by force. Why do you think Islam spread so quick? From Old Mo's first visions in 627 AD and his first attacks on Banu Qurayza, which was a little Jewish village, around his area in Saudi Arabia, it was all Jewish villages, but the whole of the Middle East was Christian dominated at this time. You've got to realise this. It had been Christian dominated for 600 years. Hence, you find that the first jihad invasion of the Middle East and southern Europe was stopped in southern France in, I think it was 727 AD, Google it, the Battle of Tours in France, Tours, right down southern France. And that's where they stopped them. A gang of Franks, which are like Franco-German warriors, got millions of pounds, millions in gold off the Catholic Church to pay his soldiers and to pay for the extra equipment, and they stopped them dead. And as normal, when these Mohammedan gangsters are faced with a formidable or capable fighting force, they ran away like girls, or rode away like girls, just as they did so many times when faced with Richard the Brave. If you don't know who Richard the Brave was, well, he was an old English king from long ago, and believe me, he earned his name because he was exceptionally brave, exceptionally good fighter, a great organiser of men, and a hero of, even today, a hero of Christendom. It's just that our leaders these days have been too lazy, too stupid to read up on this ideology at all, unlike old Trumpy. Oh, how you doing, old Trumpy? Oh, President Trump, of course, POTUS. Yes, he knows about this ideology. We know that from that brief interview he did where he said, Islam seems to hate us. Well, you weren't wrong, sir. They've hated us, racially hated us. They've been such supremacists, they regard us as infidel scum, animals. And they have done since 627 AD. But the left-wingers and the Labour Party have covered it up so well. Anyway, I think I'm needed, so I'll have to go. This one. Okay, bye-bye.